You're now tuned in to Go Uni Radio.
All right, good morning, and welcome to a beautiful day today, the 22nd of January 2026. And of course, we're happy to be alive and well today, and right here with you to help you navigate through the relative complexities of today, because every day is relatively complex. So, yeah, the complexity of the fact that you're alive, the complexity of the fact that you're going out there to make it happen for yourself. All right, this is Good Morning Core City, and my name still remains Chike, and of course, I am always in the studio with my lady with the golden voice, Esther, in the house. Esther, how you doing this beautiful Thursday morning?
I am doing great.
No, that voice.
Okay,
No,
I am doing
sharp,
great.
sharp.
What about you, Chike?
No, I'm doing good. I'm
You
doing
sure? Did you
very
sleep well
good.
last
Yeah,
night?
yeah. No, actually, I didn't sleep much last night, but then I'm fine. I'm sharp. I'm good.
You're
I'm strong.
sharp.
I'm kicking. I'm here
Okay.
with Esther,
Okay.
to anchor today's show,
All right, I
and
can
and
take
to
that.
and to and to help everybody. Now everybody feel all right.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to Good Morning Core City, and certainly it's a very beautiful day, and of course we have a way of making it a more productive day for you. And that's exactly why we exist, to help you navigate through the day and to help you have a productive day all the way. So, as we always do it in Good Morning City, Esther is going to ride in right now and tell you how you're supposed to feel today with our morning motivation. And of course, that will take us to weather reports this today, and you get to know what the weather will look like today, so that you prepare yourself, and then prepare yourself in all ramification, because the weather has a way of shifting and maintaining moods.
No, I'm telling you.
All right, and that's we'll now go on a short musical break, and when we'll come back, we'll go through our top stories for today. But right now, Esther is ready to tell us how we're supposed to feel today. So Esther, tell us what you're supposed to feel today now.
All right, guys. Good morning, beautiful people, and happy Thursday, the 22nd of January. I mean, this month is already finished.
I'm so excited. There's something about this January. It's just the run fast.
It's just running. Anyways, if you're listening right now, I need you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Don't swallow the entire room now.
That's a deep breath now.
Right. So I mean, for you guys, I know you've carried a whole lot.
to look good, and we always have to look good. All right, this is still Good Morning Coast City right here on 106.9 FM Going in the radio. And remember, you can always join us live on YouTube and on Facebook at YouTube at Godfrey Okoye University Radio 106.9 FM in the go, and on Facebook at Going in the Radio 106.9 FM. I'm going to say myself and Esther. And of course, it's a very beautiful day, and we are happy to be here with you. So, wherever you're listening, just know that we've got you covered, and all you need to do is just sit back, relax, and allow yourself to feel the vibe.
Yes, that we bring to your doorstep.
Sharp.
Because
And
we are
then
Chike and Esther, and we always here giving it to you hot.
and then you go out there and crush it. Emphasis on crushing it, because you have it all in you to make it happen. All right, we're gonna go on a short musical break right now, and when we come back, we'll look through our top 10 stories for today. And don't touch the dice, stick around. Enjoy this one by Dari Art Allah, The Way Home. We'll be right back.
The radio station plays you nothing but the best music.
This is the heartbeat of dialogue.
Teach me how to fly. I could take her from my window. Teach me how to dive into the waters of my youth. Teach me how to see the truth. Oh, teach me. Will you be mine? Oh, will you be mine again? Just one more time. I can see the end, baby. Just you and I. Oh, baby, you're conmigo alone. There's nothing better than this. Can't forget you. Girl, I'm trying to find my way home. Oh, let the memories drown me. Let the rain come and ground me on my way home. Cause I've been searching for a million miles. All I have to do is turn back on my way. Oh, it's dark inside, and I can't see myself, oh, too dark to see the light. Since you've been gone, I've been away. Perfections don't seem the same. Oh, kiss me. Will you be mine? Oh, will you be mine again? Just one more time. I can see the end, baby. Just you and I. Oh, baby, you're conmigo alone. There's nothing better than this. Can't forget you. Girl, I'm trying to find my way. Oh, let the memories drown me. Let the rain come and ground me on my way. Cause I've been searching for a million miles. All I have to do is turn back on my way. Yo. Tell I'm on my way. This time I'll stay. Tell I'm on my way. This time I'll stay.
On this dark.
All right, welcome back, and hope you had a good one with that one, Way Home by Dari Art Alade. All right, welcome back to Good Morning, Cool City. And of course, it's a very beautiful Thursday morning. And right about now, we are going to go through our top 10 stories for today. We have a lot for you this beautiful Thursday morning. So, top 10 story, we have the first story.
Yeah. All right. Era of corruption, impunity in tertiary institutions over, and this is coming from the federal government. The federal government has declared an end to corruption and impunity in Nigeria's tertiary institutions, warning that transparency, accountability, and ethical leadership will now be strictly enforced across the sector. Okay, the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Alausa, made this known on Wednesday in Abuja while delivering an address at a retreat organized by the Conference of Heads of Polytechnics, Colleges of Education, and similar institutions for council chairmen, commissioners of education, rectors, registrars, and bursars. Speaking on the theme, Transforming Polytechnic Education in Nigeria, Innovation, Good Governance, and Sustainability for National Development, Alausa said the government would no longer tolerate financial recklessness, abuse of office, or unethical practices in tertiary institutions. The era of impunity in our institutions is over. We demand fiscal discipline, timely audits, and zero tolerance for corruption in order to build public trust and attract investment, the minister said. He charged governing councils and management teams to uphold transparency, accountability, and ethical leadership, urging them to avoid conflicts of interest, ensure prudent management of resources, and prioritize merit in appointments and promotions. Beyond governance reforms, the minister called for a comprehensive transformation of polytechnic education, stressing innovation and sustainability as key drivers of national development. Polytechnics are not mere institutions, they are the crucibles where innovation meets practicality, where skills forge economic resilience, and where sustainable development becomes a lead reality for our nation, he said. Alausa said the Federal Ministry of Education was revitalizing technical and vocational education and training to ensure that graduates were equipped with practical, industry-ready skills. What do you think about this, Chike?
Yeah, of course, and I saw the level of passion you are reading this with, because I know
Yes,
you're an educationist, and
it
then
is.
you are training to become an expert in the world of education. But then that is actually
It
the
is not
the
just words.
ideal thing.
So, one thing about this, we have to say a lot of things.
It's not
It's always
today we
always a lot
start
of
hearing
talk.
things like
Yeah.
this, but then the point is an ideal thing,
Mm-hmm.
because there's widespread corruption in our educational system, in our
Oh,
tertiary institutions,
right.
especially. There's this relative impunity, and it's one thing for everybody to be calling on the federal government for not doing their part in empowering education
Yeah.
adequately, but it's another thing to for the stakeholders in education, the core people who are holding the bars in education, to uphold the basic tenets, the core tenets, the ideal tenets of education.
Yeah.
And if they are actually doing it over the time, our tertiary institutions will not be in this relative quagmire it is
Mm-hmm.
in today.
I
So
mean,
it's a it's I think it's a wake up call, and then but the most important thing is for federal government to rise up to
mm-hmm.
its responsibility and
Yes.
ensure that it's not just
Just
mere
promises.
words.
Yes. We need to see them
It's not
being
just mere
fulfilled real
words.
time.
Yes, it's not just policies written, because policies is important, but it's not just
Yes.
policies for policy's sake.
Mm-mm.
Policies are just written down, but you should match just words with action.
Yes.
Once there is any level of impunity,
Mm-hmm.
corruption, it should be fought adequately.
Yes. I
But
mean,
then
education is like education forges or we with
no
education we
country
know.
develops without an educated citizenry.
Exactly.
No country develops without a strong education institution. Once your education institution is in a big mess, there
Mm-hmm.
is no point in it, because
Yeah.
most of the researches, all the things we're using, actually we are
Education.
researches done
Yeah.
in universities,
Mm-hmm.
education. Even if the person didn't go through the four walls of a
Right.
university, the point is you cannot get anything done without educating yourself on how to get those things done.
And if corruption thrives there, well,
It's actually useless if corruption
yes.
thrives there.
Wow.
All right, so on our top stories for today, we have 13 kidnapping suspects arrested after police uncover shrine in Lagos. Such a saddening story.
What?
The story has it that the Lagos State Police Command has uncovered a den disguised as a shrine and operated by suspected kidnappers in the Idimu area of the state. Operatives of the command also arrested no fewer than 13 suspects in connection with the discovery. The Commissioner of Police, Olondare Jimo, who led journalists on a tour of the premises located along Pipeline Road in the community on Wednesday, say the suspects were members of a notorious one-chance and kidnapping syndicate operating in the state. He said the arrest followed intelligence-led stop and search operations carried out by police operatives in the early hours of Sunday. According to the CP, 3 suspects were initially intercepted at Bode Thomas in the Surulere area of the state, while operating in a vehicle allegedly used to pick up unsuspecting members of the public, especially at night and in the early hours of the morning. He said the syndicate usually lured victims under the pretense of selling dollars or offering fake investment schemes that promised to double money before taking them to the shrine. This gang is led by one Demola Adelua, who has been operating for over 8 years. He controls about 6 operational teams across Lagos State. If victims cooperate and they succeed in defrauding them, they release them. But if the victim is too smart and refuses to cooperate, they bring the person here, lock them inside this room, they call a shrine, and they call their relatives to demand ransom. He stressed that the states do not have rampant cases of conventional kidnapping, but noted that such one-chance criminal gangs often escalated to kidnapping when victims refused to submit to fraud.
This is very disturbing. It's very revealing, but it's also very disturbing. It just goes to show a long way how this kidnapping network, this criminal networks, how organized they have become. If this one doesn't work, it will work this way. That there's serious need for serious community involvement, right? I mean, these shrines, I mean, exist in a community. We have to stop when we say fear, these people are feeding off our fear and our neglect and our silence. So when you see something as a citizen, say something, okay? We can't continue to let these things thrive. We can't continue to let it continue.
It's one thing. There's something you omitted. They are feeding on our greed too.
Our greed too.
Because when you enter a bus and people start talking about certain investments, but waiting be your concern with investment. Just
Nothing
drop
is
me.
free in this country. You keep forgetting that.
But then the fact remains that when there are loopholes, criminal organizations like this will be operating. And well, thank goodness that they were nabbed. The police has broken the syndicate.
Right.
But then there are still more of them out there. Just for us Nigerians to be security conscious. Again, we can't leave the work of security just to the security personnel alone.
Everybody's job.
All of us should be security conscious and should always be mindful before we enter a bus, because one chance bus is still happening in a place like Enugu too.
Yes.
Happens in all states. Be mindful, be sensitive, be environmentally sensitive. I watched the video where I think that guy, the security personnel, was giving tips on how to avoid one chance. He said, be environmentally conscious, sensitive, and then be survival sensitive.
Right.
Pay attention very well, because sometimes when you look at, sometimes your instinct, he said, if your instinct tells you it's wrong, Baba is wrong.
Yeah.
Just don't disobey.
What about some people that enter public vehicles and then they're with their AirPods or with their earphones and then they're using their phones? No, you can't do that. You can't. It's not your father's car.
That's the crux of insensitivity. I don't care. I just want to feel fly. The point is, it's a public place. You just have to be on alert.
Yes.
But thank goodness the syndicate has been found, and then I think that's the end of the road for them.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to our next story. Osimhen, Lookman, Basinik, AFCON Best 11. Okay. 3 Nigerian players have been named in the official team of the tournament for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, following a comprehensive technical review by the CAF Technical Study Group. Striker Victor Osimhen, winger Ademola Lookman, and defender Calvin Bassey earned selection after standout performances that helped the Super Eagles secure 3rd place at the competition. According to CAF, the TSG employed a fully integrated evaluation system throughout the tournament, combining remote and on-site assessments, live data platforms, multi-angle video feeds, and dedicated video analysts. This method ensured that all players' contributions were assessed objectively across matches. Osimhen played 6 of Nigeria's 7 games, scored 4 goals at an average of 1 goal every 135 minutes. The Galatasaray forward registered 3.5 shots per game with 1.7 on target and scored 2 headed goals, 1 right-footed and 1 left-footed. His consistent attacking threat underlined why he was included in the best 11. Lookman, who was featured in 5 of the matches, contributed 3 goals and 4 assists, creating 5 big chances and averaging 2.7 key passes per game. The winger led goal contribution in the tournaments. He combined scoring with creativity, registering a 25% goal conversion rate and high passing accuracy, which demonstrates his influence in both the final third and build-up play. And Bassey played every minute as Nigeria's left-sided centre-back until his suspension for the 3rd place match against Egypt, and was central to their defensive solidity, that kept clean sheets in all knockout games. All right, what do you think about this?
Well, it's congratulations to Osimhen and Lookman.
They deserve it. They
And
were
as well
really
about
good.
yeah, they were really good. But there's something that you read in the story that is quite impressive. The fact that we've developed the African football has developed to the fact to that level of having multiple cameras following players and
Yes,
then
I mean,
looking at
also
you from every
every
angle
angle. Ooh.
and then seeing your contribution.
Yes.
It means we've gotten to the level of relative good accuracy in determining what's what and who is who. But congratulations to the Super Eagles
Congrats. They
stalwarts.
deserve
They,
it.
they
I
deserve
mean,
it because the performance in this last AFCON, just concluded AFCON, was superb. I give it to them.
yes,
They were incredibly good.
they were. They were.
Congratulations to Simeon, congratulations to Lukman,
And
congratulations to Basi.
Basti, yeah.
All right, still on our top stories for today. We have one killed, 8 injured in Lagos Ibadan Expressway crash. The story has it that one person has been killed while 8 others sustained varying degrees of injuries in a road crash that occurred at the Sapad section of the Lagos Ibadan Expressway on Wednesday. The story, according to Punch newspaper, it's learned from the spokesperson for the Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Agency, Babatunde Akimbe, that the accident occurred in the early hours of the day. The truck, which was conveying farm produce, reportedly ran into a ditch after the driver fell asleep at the wheel. Akimbe said a fatal road traffic accident occurred at the Onko Abe Block industrial area close to the Izara Erimobi Bridge, inbound Lagos Ibadan. It involved a Volvo intercooler truck with no number plate. Based on a passenger's account, the driver fell asleep at the wheel, lost control, and the vehicle veered off the road into a ditch. 11 passengers were involved. 1 adult male died, while 8 others sustained injuries. He added that the injured passengers were taken to a nearby hospital, while the remains of the deceased and the unharmed passengers were handed over to the Truckers Union representatives. Jeez, for crying out loud, what would have caused this guy to fall asleep? Bro,
it happens a lot. It's just that
there are actually reasons for you to fall asleep. You're a commercial
you're
bus driver.
tired. I mean,
You in the morning you are going to go on this road trip. Why didn't you get enough sleep last night?
oh jeez, this is really it's tragic.
And some things that can actually even make you fall asleep is when you are under the influence.
Yes.
Because alcohol can actually make you fall asleep.
Usually when we hear of auto crashes like this as a headline, we tend to blame our roads, right? I mean, we have poor road maintenance, but this time around, it's just, should I say, carelessness?
It's relative carelessness, but then it's unfortunate that a life has been lost, and then so people have been injured. And we don't even know the degrees of injury, because some accident injuries can be life altering. Like it will change your life. Some people's legs could be amputated. Some people's joints could be shifted forever. Some might even sustain certain injuries that will just make their life uncomfortable for the rest of the days they're going to spend on earth. Unfortunately, it has happened.
Oh wow. Moving on to our next story. Suspects at large after guards killing in Yobe. The suspects linked to the killing of a security guard in Bosari local government area of Yobe State, Musa Mohammed, are still at large. Punch Metro learned that Mohammed's body was discovered in a community river. The State Police Command spokesperson Dongas Abdul Rakim confirmed the incident during an exclusive interview on Wednesday. A post on X by counterinsurgency expert Zagazola Makama stated that the attack occurred on Monday. According to Makama, unidentified assailants confronted Mohammed while he was on duty, tied his hands and legs, and threw him into the river. Makama wrote that the residents of Wirim village, Yaugambo and Adamu Mohammed revealed the incident happened at about 8 a.m. on January 19th. They said the attackers forcefully restrained Musa Mohammed, tied his hands and legs, and threw him into the river, the post stated. Sources, according to the report, added that about a month earlier, Mohammed had a disagreement with 5 men from the Diga village in Basari local government area who allegedly warned him to stop guarding the river or face consequences. Mohammed was reportedly rushed to a specialist hospital in Gashua, where a medical doctor later confirmed his death. Yes, it is confirmed. The area falls under the jurisdiction of the Garin Alkali division of Basari local government area, Abdul Rakim had told Punch Metro on Tuesday. While reacting to whether the command had made any arrests on Wednesday, Abdul Rakim said suspects were identified but are on the run as a hot chase is on.
Well,
Hmm.
that's unfortunate actually.
It is indeed
I'll just say it's
unfortunate.
unfortunate, but then I wonder what the length at which people just snap people's life easily like
Just
that
anyhow.
over disagreements over I don't know, but then it's unfortunate, and they are still at large, and I just hope the security security network in the state will
Mm,
not let their guards down until these guys are found,
yeah.
because killing someone like
Well, I think there are many men out there. He was like outnumbered, but I feel like he was also ill equipped. It
he's just
happens
a
a
guard.
lot.
He's just a guard.
But
Well, because when you're outnumbered, even when
mm,
you're gone, there's a level of unless you unless you anticipated the attack and then you got
yes,
yourself prepared.
yeah.
But if you didn't, there's the way they will come at you. You get so overwhelmed, no matter how strong you are.
But people need to, just like you always say, be in a state of awareness. Why would you think so far that you just tied his hands and legs and just threw him like that? So they didn't even see human life as anything. It was just nothing to them.
Unfortunately,
We should do better. I
it's
just
actually
hope that
unfortunate.
they will just experience the full wrath of the law.
All right, still on our top stories for today. Lagos DPP clears lawyer of 20 million naira stealing allegation.
Mm.
The story has it that the Lagos State Director of Public Prosecutions has cleared a legal practitioner Olabi Ademola of an allegation of stealing leveled against him by a former client, Ademola Lois. Lois had petitioned the Office of the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Force Criminal Investigation Department Annex, Alabon Close, Ikoyi,
Mm.
Lagos, alleging that he paid the sum of 20 million naira to Olabi to enable him pay certain investors linked to his business, but that the lawyer failed to carry out the instruction and instead converted the money to his personal use. However, Olabi denied the allegation, insisting that the 20 million naira was part payment of his professional legal fees for services rendered to the complainant in several matters. Following the petition, the police sought legal advice from the office of the DPP in the letter referenced CB 3514X LEG ADM BDPP Volume 6 62, forwarded alongside the petition and the suspect's response on December 8, 2025. In the legal advice and signed in the legal advice referenced and signed by the Lagos State DPP, Dr. Babajide Martins, the office concluded that the allegation did not disclose a prima facie case of stealing.
Hmm. Well, that's good news for the lawyer. Usually whenever we hear things like this, and they're not usually we just blame the person, right? I mean, the person is a lawyer, and then these allegations, um, I mean, it actually brings a very bad reputation. And I'm really glad that person was cleared, because sometimes some people I mean, giving wrong convictions, and then they will be,
Well, the fact that they took it to court and then
mm,
the court delivered judgment after critical investigation and consideration of the whole thing is quite important, and that is an advice to everybody out there.
mm-hmm.
Civil cases should be sorted
Backed
out
by
in
evidence,
court,
yes, in court.
because this if it has to do with the big man, the small man case, most times it's always like, okay, you get the police to harass the person, and that's what we always get. But at least the two went to court and the court has sorted it out.
Right.
All right, so on our top stories for today.
All right. Okay, barking dogs. Ogun governor attacks those criticizing him over bad roads. The Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, has labeled critics of his performance, especially on road infrastructure, as barking dogs. In recent months, Abiodun has come under severe attacks on social media over the deplorable conditions of some roads in different parts of the state. Under his watch, many social media commentators have tagged Ogun as the headquarters of bad roads in Nigeria. Some of the communities bordering Lagos State are worst hit by the deplorable roads. On Tuesday, the Department of State Services (DSS) freed a pastor, Kayode Olawoye, alongside two of his associates who were detained following public outcry. Olawoye became an internet sensation following his expose on the poor state of some roads in Ogun State, which he had repeatedly drawn to the attention of the state government. Amnesty International Nigeria, in a statement on Tuesday, condemned Olawoye's detention, describing it as unlawful and an abuse of human rights. The statement read, The Nigerian authorities must end the insensate intimidation and harassment of Pastor Kayode Olawoye, a cleric widely known for advocating for better road infrastructure in Ogun State. Subjecting such a peaceful advocate for good governance to bizarre intimidation by the Department of State Services is unlawful. The advocacy of Pastor Kayode is justified given the shocking and deplorable state of roads in Ogun State. Criticizing Governor Dapo Abiodun is not a crime, and authorities have an obligation to uphold and protect fundamental human rights. Instead of investing in desperate attempts to punish activists, the government should be listening to them and doing more to address people's concerns.
Yeah, this is actually the kind of story I like
It's really
commenting
funny.
on because, yeah, you
Very
can
funny.
always say, you see what the governor said,
Can
backing
imagine.
dogs. Yes,
Backing dogs.
you still have the right as a governor to use.
So your people cannot hold you accountable.
No. You can
again.
say anything you want to say, but the problem lies on don't go arresting people. Don't go on arresting
Harassing
spree.
them just
Harassing
because
because you're in power and they criticize you. Criminal, you're a democratically elected governor, so people can criticize you. And besides, a lot of people have actually come online to say that Ogun State has terrible
Ogun
roads.
State is one state that their roads is they're just too
I've not been
bad.
to Ogun State actually,
The videos I've seen.
but then we see a lot of comments, a lot of videos on Ogun State. But at the end of the day, the governor has no that is not democracy. Like
Right.
it's something that's always found in a country like Nigeria, where we have ways of harassing people, especially those in power, harassing people who criticize them and who call them out. And of course, I like the responses that are coming, the backlash that is actually
From
coming
social
at
media
the
people.
governor. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
People have the right to criticize you. For crying out loud, you're the governor. You're supposed to be custodian of their resources. So when they come at you, they're supposed to. When they come at you, that's what they are supposed to do at the moment. So, well, I just hope the governor corrects himself.
He needs to. He needs to, because he said that the indigenous of that state, of Ogun State, they are counting on him to do something. Their roads are too bad. Okay? On to the next sub story.
All right, next top story today. My son, not the father of your child. Davido's dad tells strange woman. Davido again in the news. All right, the story has it that Dr. Adedeji Adeleke, father of Nigerian music star David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, has clarified the family's position and steps it has taken regarding the claim of a child, Anuoluwapo, that Davido is her father. I think it's Anuoluwapo, right? That Davido is a father.
Okay.
Adeleke made the clarification on Wednesday during a news conference in Lagos. The news agency of Nigeria reports that via X, formerly Twitter, on January 15, 2025, someone writing as Anuoluwapo had posted a letter to Davido asking for a DNA test to establish his paternity. Davido replied via his verified X handle that DNA test had been conducted on him at his father's demand, and they negated the paternity claim. During the news conference on Wednesday, Davido's father said that relying on science, Davido was not the father of Anuoluwapo. He said the news conference was for him as the head of his family to relay to the public steps he had taken on the matter. He said 5 different DNA tests, 3 on the musician and 2 on the musician's cousin, B-Red, also known as Adebayo David Adeleke, had been conducted in case there was a mix-up with the names.
I don't have anything to say. I'm following it on social media, but what do we know? They keep telling us there's been a lot of back and forth between Davido and the girl's mother, and even the girl too. And we don't know the real story. I just hope that they could just sort of settle everything, because the young child just wants her father, right? She just wants him to accept the fact that he's her father, but I don't think that's a bad thing if he really is. So.
Yeah, the point is these are stars, so everybody will want to cash
Everybody
out.
wants to cash out.
Everybody wants to answer their delicate name. And if Davido had an affair with anybody and a child is produced, the next thing is you are the father of the child. And the point is they have done the DNA test. The family is coming out to say that they have done the DNA test, and it came out negative. So I really don't understand, but it's It's the system. People are hustling. People are hustling, and that's why stars has to be very careful, because when you're a star, you're out there. There are so many temptations. Everybody wants to
Yes.
identify with you. Just for you to be very, very careful so that you don't jeopardize the peace of your home and your own peace in future.
Yes. Okay, moving on to our next story. Man, 45, allegedly defies male and female minors in Port Harcourt. It was learned that the victims' names withheld were a 10-year-old boy and an 11-year-old girl. It was gathered that the suspect had committed the act severally at Christ Apostolic Street, Mile 3, Diobu, Port Harcourt City local government area of the state. When contacted via phone call, Mr. Pascal, the suspect, stated that he is already settling the matter with the father of the 11-year-old child. Pascal, while questioning who reported the matter to journalists, requested the phone number of the second victim's mother. He stated that he was ready to settle with the victim's parents, adding that he was already settling with the father of the body. Okay. Meanwhile, it was gathered that the Impolu Police Division Mile 3 Diobu has commenced investigation into the alleged defilement case. It was learned that the move by the police followed a formal complaint to the division by Mrs. Ada, mother of the 10-year-old boy, and Mr. Alex, father of the 11-year-old girl. However, Mr. Prince Wiro, the National Coordinator of Central Basic Rights Protection and Accountability Campaign, said the alleged defilement was reported by the parents of both children. He said, according to the father of the girl child, the suspect, who is his friend and former neighbor at Christ Apostolic Street, Mile 3, has been defiling the female child since she was 10 years old. The father of the female child disclosed that, unknown to him, the suspect comes to his house when he has gone to work to defile the girl and also takes her to his house at Pipeline Axis, Ebelu, to defile her also. The mother of the boy child, aged 10, who was a former neighbor to the suspect, informed me that she became aware of the incident after her son started complaining of pains in his private parts. And upon further question to her son, the son told her how Pascal has been defiling him for the past 6 months. I took the children to make a formal complaint at the Olu Police Division, where a medical examination form has been issued to them and they have gone to the hospital. At present time, police have not officially commented on the development. What do you think about it, Chike?
This happening, actually, like, it's this happening. I don't even know that we're still talking about this kind of thing now, but then we are, because we still have perverts out there.
Yes.
We still have
Pedophiles,
idiots out there. Because seriously, I call them idiots. For crying out loud, how can you be doing this thing to a child?
Honestly, it's disgusting to think that he involved minors in his stupid
child.
escapades. Although it hasn't been confirmed yet, but
yeah, but then for you to find yourself, my problem is finding yourself in such situation and then getting yourself being accused. Just imagine me now, somebody coming to accuse me of defiling their child. First of all, it's a messed up situation for you to find yourself, because it takes certain level of suspicion. Sometimes there are wrong accusations.
Yes.
There are wrong accusations, but then you always should be careful as a man not to find yourself in such situation.
Yes.
All right. Still on our top stories for today, we have 5 soldiers killed. All right, the story has 5 soldiers killed, many injured in Boko Haram suicide attack in Borno. All right, the story has it that 5 soldiers have been killed when a Boko Haram suicide bomber rammed into a military convoy in the Timbuktu Triangle in Borno State, while an unspecified number of troops were injured. Security sources confirmed that 2 senior military officers, a major and a lieutenant, were affected in the attack. The attack caused significant damage to military equipment used for offensive and defensive operations in the weeks-long clearance operations, said one of the soldiers. He said the terrorists used a car loaded with explosives to ram into the military convoy. The troops were returning from a clearance operation that successfully dislodged several insurgent camps and killed many of them when the attack reportedly happened. That's a crazy one.
This is a very sobering reminder that this fight we have against insurgency is far from over. I mean, these soldiers, they lost their lives protecting us. I mean, defending the country. And yes, it's commendable what they've been doing so far. I mean, yesterday we took a headline, we took a news story where they said that they cracked down on was it yesterday? I think it was the day before. where they said that they found out that these Boko Haram insurgents, they already had a logistics plan. They had fuel, they had equipment. Yeah,
It was actually a clearance operation because they had to go to their camp and they had to fight them. They brought the fights to their
to
camp,
them.
and then it was a successful operation for the Nigerian military service. But unfortunately, even this one was a successful operation.
It
But then at the
was.
end of the day, these soldiers have lost their life.
But you just these people are adapting every day.
That's
When you come with
terrorism.
this
That's terrorism. The
tactic, they're
point is,
adapting every
as they're
minute.
adapting, we need to be changing our tactics
Yes.
because we can't give up. We can't give in to the demands of terrorists.
Well, I just hope that their souls rest in peace. And honestly, our military they deserve better. Most of them, after serving, after coming back from these fighting and all that, these wars, they come back and then they're not giving good post military service. Some of them, they are left with a lot of trauma, right? They have a lot of injuries that like life altering injuries.
You're
that-
actually talking about post. We're talking about while in service.
While in
While in
service.
service, their warfare system
No,
should
I
be
just
improved.
remember, I just remembered something. I watched a video of an ex-military man, a veteran, was saying how the time he served, how he changed everything about him. Like right now, he still wakes up at night. I mean, he's still traumatized by everything that had happened, and I just feel like our military deserves better. But I hope that they provide them with everything they need to combat terrorism, to combat insurgency in the country.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us in the top stories
So
for
that's
today.
our last
Our
story.
top 10 stories for today. And special thanks to Esther for compiling those stories. Thank you so much, Esther, for that. And I hope you had a good time with us today. Time check is 21 minutes past the half 8. And of course, we are going to be wrapping it up here today. And special thanks to Joe ICT Solutions for always supporting us. Joe City ICT Solution has always been our partner in Good Morning Core City Daily, and we are sending a big shout out to Joe City ICT Solution. Remember, Joe City ICT Solutions are experts in mounting and installing computer systems of all types for nursery, primary, and secondary schools, including tertiary institutions like College of Education, polytechnics, and universities. They also install and configure JAM CBT softwares into the computer systems for students' JAM exams. You can locate Joe City ICT Solutions at number 2 John and Ichuku Close in Pocket Layout, Enugu State. You can always call them on 081 5392 4562. I repeat, 081 5392 4562. Or you can send them a message on WhatsApp on 070 85462130. I repeat, 070 85462130. Thank you so much, Joe ICT Solution, for being our partner in Good Morning Core City. All right, and thank you so much, guys, for joining us as well. It's so fun and important as well to understand that having you every morning be part of us is something we always look out for. And Esther,
What do I have for them?
you've already told them how they're supposed to feel today.
I just want you all to have
embellish
an
it.
amazing day. Just go out there and crush it. Give it your best. Okay, give it your all, and then just do your best and leave the rest for God.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be having a special time out when we talk about education development in the country. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. The lines will be open for you to call, to react, and always send in your comments and your messages to us on Facebook. Of course, we are streaming live on Facebook at Going Radio 106.9 FM Enugu and on YouTube at Godfrey Okoye University Radio 106.9 FM. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, and go out there, crush it today. It's going to be a wonderful Thursday. And you are in charge, and we're rooting for you, and you're gonna win.
You're gonna win.
See you tomorrow.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
What was with all the fuss now? I was so distracted.
Schools, institutions, ICT centers. Upgrade your learning environment with the professionals you can trust. Joe City ICT Solutions. At Joe City ICT Solutions, we mount and install computer systems of all types for nursery, primary, and secondary schools, and for College of Education, polytechnics, and universities. Getting ready for JAMB CBT exams? Joe City ICT Solutions install and configures JAMP CBT software to international standards, giving students the confidence to succeed. Fast installation, reliable system, professional delivery. Visit Joe City ICT Solutions at number 2 John and Ichuku Close, Marketing Pocket Layout, Enugu State. Call or WhatsApp 070-8546-2130 or 0810-740-9064. Calls only 0815